Welcome back, everyone, to Piney Plays the Alchemist. And today we are continuing on and looking at what's going on in the Gatekeeper's Grove. But before I head out, I want to check about my enhancements. I seem to have a few points I need. And this thing seems to talk a little bit about what it involves with what's associated with. For example, this poison coating. While active, deal an additional 1d6 poison damage on a hit. You gain an additional 1d6 for every 3 alchemist levels at 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18, and this damage scales with spell power. And while your reaction is Orchidium plus 5 physical resistance rating. So it could come in handy for those situations. And now I spent a lot of that last. Now I'm not in Orchidium right now, but I spent a lot of the last adventure in Orchidium. So I think taking that will be nice. And let's see. Deadly poison. You gain +2 to hit and +1 while holding a simple weapon in your main hand and a simple weapon, orb, rune arm, or nothing in your offhand. Now I believe that I normally have a scepter and an orb is what I have. So that's actually nice. Now I've never thought too much about using poisons, but well, I'm trying a new class here. I guess that's the type of thing you wind up with. Choose either a melee or ranged weapon attack for poisoned attack, and it's poison shot or poison strike. Melee power. When successful damage, your opponent is contaminated. Use the attack using this axe as if you cast a Crimson Knight spell. Hmm. And I have one more of these. Then a +3 poison spell power. Oh boy, this is poison all over the place. Now, interesting. And deadly poison 2, gain plus. Oh, okay. Oh, that requires 2. So that's a little bit more. Poison strike. Okay. Alright, we need a few more points for that one. So I'll just take this now and leave 1 point in reserve then. There you go. Now, let's see what he has for us. Hello? Thel has a point. What possible use of a skull? It would appear to be useless on its own. It must be used in combination with something else. We must learn more. Let's move on to another of our missing initiates. Alright, who's this? Capstone is one of our most unusual initiates. Indeed, he's the first Warforged to even apply to become a gatekeeper. I see what you mean, you will accept anyone now. He sincerely wants to join us, but I'm afraid he feels conflicted because he was built with an adamantine body. Capstone feels that the metal portions of his form conflict with the Druidic oath. I've assured him many times that he can be much help to our order, regardless of what he's made of. Yet Capstone remained troubles. When he disappeared, I feared the worst. You can't imagine how relieved I was when I was able to contact him through the scrying. I hope you could bring him back for us. Alright, I'll speak with Capstone. Could you imagine trying to do this quest series with a Warforged Druid and see whether they have anything different as a result? Something old, yet new. What is that supposed to mean? Can you hear me? I, I went to the abandoned mineshaft. I had to find something old, yet new inside. They promised they would help me to become a better druid. It's what I've always wanted. He always wanted to save Stormreach. He always wanted to become a better druid. I see. Who is they? Who are they? I don't remember. I don't think they want you to know about them. That must be why. All right then. I went to the abandoned mine shaft, right? You said old yet new? Yeah, a thing both ancient and newborn. It's a contradiction, but the details are a little bit fuzzy. Yeah, they like riddles. That's why I know about them. Yes, alright, fine. I'll go to this abandoned mine shaft and find out what is going on. Now it's time to see if we can get to the heart of the problem. What is the vision now? I followed this map. This is the place she told me to go. This place is abandoned for some time. I can hope I can get through safely. Somewhere in here there's an object that is something old yet new. Well, seeing how it's abandoned, I guess we could easily qualify for the old bit. It looks like we've got some iron defenders here. There you go.
You've arrived at the main shaft of the abandoned mine. Security constructs shuffle around nearby, still active long after the miners left.
Hey, now this isn't a sacred spot of orcs. I can bash things here as much as I want. Let's see. Mage writes journal.
A hastily scrawled note at the beginning of this journal orders the mine's closure due to the release of some kind of hostile creature. Surely you'd be doing everyone a favor if you cleared out the dangers from this dusty old mine.
The old dusty journal belongs to the mage write named Lewins. Several pages are marked with various dates. Hastily scrawled into the flyleaf reads, dangerous creature inside the mine. If I do not return by the next bell, shutter the mine for the safety of us all. Right? For the month of Cyprus. 4th of Cyprus, while expanding into Shaft 2A, mining crews began complaining about excessive heat. More water was provided and work continued. On the 7th, screams cut through the sounds of the excavation today as an expansion crew hit unstable ground and fell through into a magma flow. I've ordered Shaft 2A sealed. We will continue on another location. Wonderful. Aerith. Development continues steadily towards many miners are restless due to the sound of creatures that appear to live within Shaft 2A. I will need to think of a solution. 22nd of Aerith. I have worked with a colleague to acquire a set of security constructs to protect the place from creatures. The miners seem to be at ease now. I guess those were those constructs I killed, or there might be more. And in Volt, expansion of the primary shaft is underway. Once again, the miners complained about extreme heat. I fear we're going to repeat the mistakes of last month. On the 15th, I have created a set of clay golems to assist in the defense. Should it prove necessary, this measure is a bit extreme, but the miners feel much safer. Clay golems. Oh, wonderful. I'm going to have to fight those, right? A few days ago, miners broke into a large magma cavern. Mephits swarmed in, killing many, and have successfully placed a security barrier around them for now. And 23rd, I'm going to try to deal with the creatures today. I hope I can handle it. Shutter the mine if I do not return. Wonderful.
A note placed above the lever reads, entry to mine 2A is forbidden due to collapsed floor, dangerous terrain, and hostile creatures.
Well, let's see what we've got here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that looks dangerous. Well.
The rotting wood snaps as you step on it,
Oopsie daisy.
dropping you into the fiery pit below. You don't see any way to get back, so forward is the only option.
I think it's time for that. Elemental skin might be a good idea. All right. Well, that was. You stay there so you don't burn to a crisp. Okie dokie. Yeah. All right, that's... I see what you mean by hostile creatures. Ah, right. You know that little thing you have that... Yeah, thank you. Whee! 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 You're in a nice safe place? Okay, fine. Yeah. It's proving to be effective. Whew. Not sure if I could really poison those things, but that's another matter. All right, next. And now I'm starting to use all the colors. Now, back up here. I'm sure a good alchemist player could find some optimal way of doing things, but that's another matter. I think it's time for a nice little rest. Now that I managed to get out of 2A, see where we need to go next. Kenneth Crystal. Yeah? I've sealed the door behind me. That'll keep the constructs back. I feel magic in the air here. There must be magical defenses up ahead. I'll do my best despite that armored body of mine. I'll become a proper druid yet. Now, he sealed that door behind him. I guess that means there are two ways to get here. One is the one that I took, and the other one must be that way. Wonder how that works. It probably doesn't involve as much fire.
A nearby Caneth crystal hums with magical energy. It's connected to a barrier that blocks the path forward.
To touch this crystal is a thought suddenly intrudes into your mind. Security barrier status active. Use magic device. Attempt to disable the security barrier. Spellcraft. Attempt to overwhelm the security barrier with magical energies. Repair. Attempt to destroy the crystal by taking advantage of the structural weaknesses. Or smack the crystal. Now that usually means I should check my skills. Use magic device. I think I've got none of that. Probably. Use magic device. Oh, 7. Well, actually, that's better than 0, that's for sure. Spellcraft, 10. Repair. That sounds like an unlikely one for me to have. Repair, 4. Yeah. And smack the crystals. That sounds like what you do if you can't do anything else. So spellcraft is my best one. So let's try spellcraft.
The barrier fades, and a wave of searing heat buffets your face. An ancient magma brute lumbers about in the large chamber ahead.
Oh, fun. You sharpen your magical energies and pierce through the defense of the crystal, overwhelming the process. The barrier has been disabled. Great! Now I've got a magma brute to worry about. Let's see. I've got... fire resistance 5, and I presume that's from that elemental skin plus 5 to all those things. Oh yeah, these are just going out now. So let's top those off a little bit. I'm going to have to, well, I'll have the cleric stand here for a moment. I'll move here. Is there a way to get this thing to move here? Oh, well, there is this. Okay, perhaps. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, help me, cleric. Cleric! 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 Please! Please! Thank you. Okay. Whew, that was close. Now. Oh, it might help if I target the brute. Alright. Okay, so the idea of keeping her out was probably not my brightest idea yet.
The rumble of the brute ends, leaving only the sound of its magma flowing into the pools below. You bend over and pick up a brightly pulsing chunk of the creature, the heart of an ancient magma brute, the something old yet new that Capstone was sent here to collect.
Okay. Well, that was... Well, alright. I will park you here since I think the fighting's done now. I'm sure there'll be a treasure chest around here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. There's also a capstone memory here. Ooh, short but brutal. Oh, yeah. I killed it! Just so I can get this armor removed. No, it was the only way. But I just can't shake the feeling that I've done something wrong. Yeah, but anyway. Something old yet new. That's what Capstone was sent here to collect, right? I killed it just so I get this armor removed. Anyway, something old yet new. And, oh yes, the treasure chest. There you go. Oh, I can bring the cleric here now. Anything useful? String of ears? Exceptional prudent. Skill bonus. Okay. String of ears. That is, to say the least, eerie. Picking up string of ears will bind it to you permanently. Oh. Named loot, I guess. Well, I'm finished here. I finished retracing your steps. I never thought of a magma brute as something old yet new. But I suppose it fits. Lava constantly renews itself, even though the mine shaft has been there for ages. It's so cold in here. Come quickly! Is it cold because of where you just were, or is it cold because it's literally the case? I'll be there as soon as I can. Ooh, anything here that's useful? Insulated poison resistance. Electricity absorption and poison resistance. Well, that's nice. That might be useful, but that's definitely not going to be useful. Robe of Ice Guard, Thorn Guard. Well, Ice Guard would have been useful in the last adventure I was in, that's for sure. Magnetism. Well, I don't have any electrical spells, so actually, take that back. I use an electrical spell. A magnetic robe. Fortification 41. Ooh, the decision you've gotta make. Oh, would I rather have enhanced it looks like it's offense versus defense then that I've got as choice there because yeah, well in the last adventure I would have taken the ice guard over thorn guard, not yeah. I don't know how useful that fortification was. I mean, I might have been killed outright in that boss fight if it weren't for fortification if because I was knocked unconscious there, just barely brought back up. Well, we'll try that out and see how it works. Hmm. All right, that's two down. So, to rid himself of his adamantine body, Capstone was tricked into desecrating nature And just to get a magma brute core? Very strange. Why did the person who tricked Capstone need a magma brute core? And why did they choose such a cruel and complicated method of obtaining one? All we can do is try to learn more. Right. What about the next initiate? Lily Hargrove is a local. Indeed, she grew up on a farm right here in the Cerulean Hills. If I'm entirely honest, I get the impression that she joined the gatekeepers to get away from that farm. Lily vanished without a trace like the others, until I managed to contact her with my spell. But unlike the others, Lily seems pleased with where she's now. Pleased. Very pleased. This disturbs me deeply. Please, find out what's happened to her. Well, alright, I'll find out what's happened to her. Well then, what's going on with Lily? We have to find that out in the next episode of Piney Plays The Alchemist.